Hello, everybody. Welcome into the 40 Acres post-game show, brought to you by MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, as you see scrolling down below. I am Matthew Miller, and this guy with me is D4 Sports. Before we start this video, can you please hit that like button? Please subscribe down below. Helps out a lot. Go over to D4 Sports. Do the same with his channel. Like his stuff. Subscribe to his content. Let's jump into this. Texas wins this game versus UTSA 41-20. Very sluggish in the first half, come out, play a lot better in the second half. And again, this to me was all about culture, showing our culture. And there's still stuff to work on, in my opinion, because if our culture is where it needs to be, championship level, or where we want it to be, which is a championship level, we come out and punch this team in the mouth early, and we didn't really do that. But we did. There is a positive here. There were games that were basically like this one, tied very close at halftime, or we had the lead, and we would blow them in the second half. And guess what? We did not do that today. We played much better in the second half, stretched out the lead down the stretch. They only scored 3 points in the second half, and we ended up winning the game. What were your thoughts on this, D4?
Kudos to UTSA. They come out with a good game plan, caught us slipping props to their film study review on that onside kick with our guys leaving early. Gutsy call there, and then what a catch by their receiver in the end zone on that double pass. But things can be improved on. I'd like to see the run game be more consistent from start to finish. I mean, we started pouring it on in the second half, and Bijan, of course, 20 carries, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns. He averaged 9.2 a carry, but those 2 big runs is what brought that average up. But more consistency, defense, I thought. I really didn't understand why we weren't spying their quarterback, Frank Harris. He kind of had a field day. He's very good at escaping pressure and making plays on the run. So, but overall, it showed exactly what I wanted to see, is adjustments made for the second half. We didn't do that last year. We made the adjustments. We did what needed to be done, covered the spread, and I couldn't be happier to come out of this week with a win.
Yeah, 100%. And one of the things that did bother me, especially in the first half, they did a little bit more in the second half, but they were giving up slants and 10-yard like comeback routes all day long in the first half. Like they were playing off coverage, and Frank Harris be like, okay, you're going to give it to me. Here it is. Just lay it out there, 5 to 7, 5 to 10 yards every time, basically. And that's basically stopped in the second half. And I was wondering why they were doing that. It didn't make much sense to me, especially when we didn't do that versus Bama. Like we were up on them, and Bama has a much better wide receiver. Well, I wouldn't say much better wide receiving course, but much better athletes than UTSA on the outside, in my opinion. Not receivers overall, but just athletic wise, I think they're better. And they have obviously a better quarterback, even though Frank Harris, like you said, he's a gamer, he's a good player, but he's not Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy winner. So that didn't really make much sense to me, but I'm glad with the adjustments made.